My vision is certainly an integral part of the way I execute my duties. For instance, my musket has never had a major malfunction since I received my vision. I'd say a captain who wields a musket and a vision is more than enough to scare off a few cowardly criminals.
To be honest, I'd prefer to have an animo-vision. Being able to fly around freely would make getting to interviews so much easier. A cryovision's not too bad, though. At least I don't need to worry about my camera overheating.
I was once advised to wear a counterfeit vision, so that I might more easily intervene during moments of crisis. To be quite frank, I was not enamored by this suggestion, nor the implication that one must only exercise the power that is rightfully theirs under false pretenses. With that said, however, I have developed a newfound appreciation for the value of human yearning and determination, having spent considerable time around vision-bearing humans. Excuse me? You're saying that even some members of the Seven don a counterfeit vision before mingling with their people? My apologies. I was just caught off guard by the absurdity of the situation.
Some inmates once taught me a way to wield the elements by throwing around chemical potions. I guess whoever's in charge of handing out visions doesn't care too much about a little rule bending.
I prefer to use my eyes to understand the situation and find an appropriate solution, as opposed to using martial prowess. But having brute force as an option greatly increases the potential cards at your disposal, and enables you to protect those most important to you in a crisis.
After I got my vision, I didn't need my helmet to go diving anymore. But I can't bear to be without it. It cuts me off from the noise of the outside world and makes me feel safe. My vision, pair, and my helmet, I draw my strength from them every time I take a breath.
If a magician were to go on stage with their vision in hand, people might suspect the authenticity of their tricks, so I habitually take it off before performing. But since you're interested, why don't you help me hold on to it while I perform? Just be sure to keep an eye on it though, or it might just sneak its way back to me.
Here, take a look at my vision. Oh, I love how shiny it is. Doesn't it go great with my dress? Still, it's nothing compared to using the elements without a vision. And with no training or anything either, right? So cool. Once the ancient prophecy came to an end and everything was over, I fell into low spirits for a very long time. People who stand on the stage basking in the adulation of their audience must also bear the pressures of being in the public eye and living up to everyone's expectations. But I knew very well my person wouldn't be enough, and that putting on the act of a god would be the only way to satisfy their adoration. And at the end of the day, all I ever experienced was loneliness. So there came a point when I loathed the very thought of acting and locked myself in my room. It wasn't until the moment I stood on stage and faced the audience again that I realized the anxiety in my heart had dissipated. The reason I can now stand before the crowd's watchful gaze is perhaps because I have finally started to act as myself.